In a snug, hidden nook under an old wooden barn, two tiny mice named Tim and Tom made their home. These brothers were infamous for their mischievous ways, always seeking the next adventure to liven up their days. One crisp autumn afternoon, Tim and Tom overheard the farmer's children talking excitedly about a grand picnic they were planning by the pond. The mice's ears perked up at the mention of sandwiches, pies, and, most enticingly, a huge block of cheese. "We have to get to that picnic," Tim whispered, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "Absolutely," agreed Tom, already plotting their course. The brothers waited until the children left the barn, arms full of picnic supplies. Then, Tim and Tom scampered through the fields, taking care to stay hidden in the tall grass. They reached the pond just as the picnic was being laid out on a bright checkered blanket. The mice watched from behind a log, planning their heist. The children were too busy playing tag to notice the small intruders. Tim and Tom seized the opportunity, sneaking closer to the feast. Tim went straight for the cheese, which was perched tantalizingly at the edge of the blanket. Tom, ever the thrill-seeker, decided to tackle a sandwich. Just as they were about to make their escape, Tim tripped over a grape, sending the cheese rolling into the grass. The sudden movement caught the attention of the family's dog, Buster. With a bark, he charged towards the commotion, his nose twitching at the scent of cheese. Tim and Tom grabbed the cheese and dashed for cover, Buster hot on their heels. They dove into a nearby rabbit hole, narrowly avoiding Buster's snapping jaws. Inside, they met their friend, a wise old rabbit named Rupert. "What brings you two troublemakers here?" Rupert chuckled, noticing the cheese they were clutching. "We might have caused a bit of chaos at the picnic," Tim admitted sheepishly. Rupert shook his head with a knowing smile. "Well, you're safe here. But be careful next time." The brothers nodded, grateful for the refuge. They spent the rest of the afternoon sharing their cheese with Rupert, recounting their daring escape. As the sun began to set, Tim and Tom made their way back home, their bellies full and their spirits high. They knew they'd caused a bit of trouble, but their bond and quick thinking had seen them through another adventure. And as they settled into their cozy nest, the two little mice couldn't help but dream about what their next bit of naughtiness might bring.